Skyboat Media presents Regeneration by Max Allan Collins and Barbara Collins. This book was read by Gabrielle de Cuir. Hope I die before I get old. Peter Townsend, My Generation. Prologue. Eve of Destruction. Barry Maguire, Number 1 Billboard, 1965. The homeless man leaned against the granite wall of the Cuir building on Wilshire Boulevard in Los Angeles, enjoying the coolness of the stone, waiting for the white-collar workers to leave the building for the day. He was nearly 6 feet tall, or at least had been, before slouching into anonymity, and the handsome man he'd once been could be discerned by anyone who took the time, which was no one. Indian sharp cheekbones, skin tanned from the sun, gray-streaked hair pulled back in a ponytail with a rubber band he'd found on the sidewalk. Wearing faded denim jeans and his best T-shirt, which bore only a few permanent stains, he prided himself on being better dressed than his fellow rabble roaming the streets of the City of Angels. And he was more polite than his piss-stained peers, too, making sure his demeanor was unthreatening whenever he asked the working class for spare change, because he made out like a bandit that way. He hadn't always been homeless, of course, though he knew plenty who had grown up a part of this underest of underclasses. But even the riffraff who'd raised themselves on the fringes of L.A. had histories. Ben was no exception. He wasn't just another sad, tortured creature rummaging in dumpsters and sleeping in parks. He was a man, a person. He had a past. Benjamin Franklin McRae was born and raised in a small river town in Missouri, where he grew to be captain of the football team in high school, a 3-point senior with a bright future looming after graduation in '66. He and his steady, Betsy Jane, had been in the homecoming king and queen's court, and they'd gone to Kirkwood Community College together. They were engaged in the summer of '68. But that same turbulent summer, he drew an unlucky draft number, and instead of finishing college as planned, he left his life and future wife behind.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?